So my name is Lisa Brent, and I am the founder and educator of eCubed. eCubed is an elementary entrepreneur education program that came as a result of our COVID unprecedented times, if you will. And I have my email contact on top, and I'll be showing it throughout the slides so that you can have an opportunity to ask me questions after this presentation. Contact me to share your interests, your ideas, your feedback. All of that is welcome. I've been a teacher in the classroom for over 13 years. And as I go through my presentation and I introduce myself a little bit, it'll be easier for me to expand on how everything took place. But I'm hoping that the excitement and innovation that this project has brought me as a result of what I don't consider coincidences is going to be a model and example that I get to share with other young children, and that they can make value for themselves and as well as for others. So let me take you through the presentation. What we do. eCubed teaches entrepreneurship to kids at an early age, where they can gain the skills, support, and practice to be out-of-the-box thinkers, empowered for the global 21st century. So what happened was, I was in the classroom with 4th and 5th graders for the last 5 years in a highly entrepreneurial, experimental, leadership, STEAM-oriented position, where we were doing pitch competitions and hands-on activities and interdisciplinary activities and involving the community. And that's where I found my passion in the teaching world. And when it came time to pivot my career and to work from home, I realized that that's where I shine. That's where I find my zone, and I smile and I get excited and I become one of the kids. So I realized that that was where I wanted to be, and that was going to be my place of purpose, because I have that energy and enthusiasm to share that with them. What I also realized was that how many people were surprised at the fact that these young children are capable of so much of this innovative, entrepreneurial type of mentality and thinking to bring all of us where we need to be in an innovative space for our global 21st century, with all of those wonderful skills that are now so valuable, whether it's collaboration, soft skills, design thinking, understanding how the world of finance works, so that when they get older, they feel empowered and educated. And it just resonated with me that I was where I needed to be. So with eCubed, my goal is offering an alternative, innovative, affordable, accessible entrepreneurial education program, starting at a young age. At this point in time, I am involved, and you will find out about my partners and so on as the presentation continues, but I am involved with a nonprofit organization, well, more than one. One of them is Youth Entrepreneurs, which is from the Koch Foundation, as well as the Vela Education Fund Meet the Moment grant. And with that, I am servicing 4th and 5th graders in a live online program using the curriculum that's been around for 30 years nationally from Youth Entrepreneurs, and customizing it and making it for 4th and 5th grade accessibility. My goal is to grow and improve the world and help children and our current situation. And I'm hoping in the next short while to be able to also reach younger kids. So my next goal is to then, of course, at their age level and capabilities, which if you've done any research worldwide, and I'm sure on this global platform, many of them already know, that this can be introduced as young as kindergarten and 1st grade, and start empowering them from such a young age. So I have added here, of course, what I just said was it's amazing how creative and capable young children are when they are given the environment and opportunities. So when they're given the chance to be out of a traditional school environment and given a space where they feel confident, supported, embraced, set up for success, the things that happen, they are just, they reach for the stars. It's the definition of dream big. And as I continue, you'll learn a little bit about me. So passion led us here, and I'm hoping it will continue, including me. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to model and teach through my own experiences of this E-cubed entrepreneurial process, where I've been instilling teaching to my young students for years in the classroom. As an innovator, enthusiastic, and expert elementary edupreneur, I followed my passion. In other words, I respected that I was taking a risk and I'd learned from mistakes. And I followed my passion and drive to make my dream a reality by customizing an online entrepreneurial education program for elementary students to empower them to follow their passion. And there are many programs that exist in entrepreneurship, STEM, STEAM, innovation, and what have you, including the entrepreneur element geared towards middle school and high schoolers. What I would like to do is start to spread the innovative idea of starting to implement that at a very young age, where kids can use the design process and use user feedback and empathy towards who they're working with or helping, and really understand that process and learn from my process, because I'm in the process of iterating and making changes and adapting and listening to my users and to what other professionals are sharing with me to create the best situation for value for myself and for others. And that's really the definition of principled entrepreneurship. It's the, in my opinion, it's the vehicle that takes all of that wonderful, innovative, technical information that these wonderful children are learning at all levels, lower, higher, middle, and will bring it out into the marketplace so that they can share it with the world. So just a few more things to share with you. E-Cubed is a virtual, innovative, elementary, principled entrepreneur education micro school program for students between the ages of 8 and 11 in 4th and 5th grade. I utilize the already amazing created Youth Entrepreneurs curriculum, and I modify and align it for teaching my 4th and 5th grade learners. I implemented as a professional elementary educator with years of elementary teaching experience and with several years of proven successful results in entrepreneurship education at the elementary school level. And that's what I find I get a lot of people asking me about, parents, other colleagues. Can this be done with children that young? Can they be successful? We are in a generation where most of these children are being born into a digital world. And if I tell you they can do a much better job at a young age than I can, and that is where our innovative power for a future will come, because they want a sustainable future. They want to think about equity and accessibility and the climate. And if you start them with that same mentality where they can be creative and have fun and learn and follow things that interest them, all of the other things come with it, because they realize they need to learn those things to create what they have a vision and passion for. Okay, so E-Cubed Elementary Entrepreneur Education is based on innovation and values such as growth mindset, social emotional learning, creativity, collaborative problem solving, financial literacy, design thinking, and student-centered experiential learning. The students will have fun, learn from mistakes, and have the confidence and ability to adapt no matter what changes the world may present them. So these children have been faced with a very large change in their life as us teachers, parents, adults, and to be able to instill in them that they can pivot, that they can iterate, that they can redesign, that they can fail, that they can make mistakes and still learn and grow is, I think, a very powerful tool to start teaching them when they're at their youth, at their most creative part of their life, open to learning. Now, Youth Entrepreneurs, which will now be rebranded as Empowered, has been my nonprofit partner since the fall on a VELA Education Fund grant. They are my grantors known as Meet the Moment. And it was made available in the fall. And I am one of maybe 450 grantees across the country who are creating alternative, innovative education opportunities to meet the needs of kids and families and communities in this new unprecedented time and space. It is due to Youth Entrepreneurs and their support. They've become a second family to me, and to the VELA Education Fund, that I've been able to open my program, and it continues to make my program possible. They had me and encouraged me to share that anyone who is interested in creating innovative education can learn more about the VELA Fund at the following website. So I will pause in case anyone wants to write that down, as well as you can easily Google it and find it quite simply. They're going to have future grant opportunities, and they will be announced as they become available on their website. So I hope that many other people benefit from what I'm sharing and end up using their talents and passion to create other things through these organizations. So my nonprofit partner in the Meet the Moment grant that I received from the VELA Education Fund is Youth Entrepreneurs. And I wanted to take a moment to just share how they are my second family, and I get emotional when I think about it, but they have embraced everything I've wanted to do and allowed me to be the entrepreneur that I am today. They themselves were founded 30 years ago in 1991 by the very well-known Liz and Charles Koch. They have a national acclaimed curriculum that they've been using for 30 years that has been innovative and changing over time as our needs have changed. And they are expanding to currently offer an even larger supportive community that reaches to support teachers, children, and the communities where within these children and teachers live, for innovative teaching that sets students on a path that leads them to discover their innate talents and passions so they can create value for themselves and others. And that is their main statement or mission, in my opinion, and I think it's their opinion. And that is what drew me to partner with them and get so involved with them when I was searching for my path. They have several websites in terms of free curriculum in entrepreneurship for middle school and high schoolers. And their home-based website is right here for you, but they are known as Youth Entrepreneurs. And if you start there, it will direct you to all of the awesome abilities to join the community, to learn from others, and opportunities like I have been fortunate to have been given.
Lisa, I'm sorry to interrupt. We're running over a bit, so if you
I'm going to sum it up.
I've got a quick question for you for when you're done. So if you could sum it up, that'd be great.
Yeah, they're rebranding themselves into a new website and a new platform called Empowered, which is very appropriate. And we are at the end, actually. I just wanted to remind everybody that we must keep our young people's minds engaged and growing through our times. I've listed my email again in case anyone would like to reach out for me. I will be offering summer camps and fall registration. Just contact me. And that is going to be through a virtual live platform through the customized and aligned curriculum of youth entrepreneurs. And just as a cute end, I decided to thank you all for your time and attention. It was an honor to be a part of this amazing event. If you have any further questions or would like to provide feedback, please do not hesitate to email me. And thank you again for the awesome opportunity. And I am Lisa Brent, and proudly now to say, the founder and educator of eCubed Elementary Entrepreneur Education.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know how that feels to say that. Well, I had a question, but you answered it with, I was going to ask you about timing. Looks like you're going to have some summer stuff and some fall, so you're already getting ready to implement. And you and I can have a later discussion then about getting that up on the Innovation World site so people can find it more easily as well. So we will reconnect in the next week or so, and we'll get that listed. So I'm sorry for not having any more time for questions. We're over by about 5 minutes, and we've got to let Nirbai go on next. He's our closer for the show, I think.
Dr.
Today.
Johnson, I admire your questions from the last and input from the last presentation. So should you want to discuss anything with me, I would love to hear from you, and we can create our own discussion via Zoom.
Absolutely. I was going to say that, but I didn't want to take any time, but I'll be in touch, Lisa. Super job. Congratulations and best wishes to you.
Thank you so much, Lisa.